Pogba has been banned. The French footballer has been accused of doping and has been banned from football for 4 years. This unfortunate event has illuminated how disappointing Pogba's career has been, and at Football Library we'll show you how Pogba went from top of the world to the bottom. Subscribe for more football content. Man United interest. After moving around many different lower league French clubs, Pogba joined Le Havre at 14 and became their club captain. His performances for Le Havre made him stand out, and the Red Devils of England noticed him, came for him and signed him. Pogba was eventually able to go to United and he joined their under-18 team. He was impressive and Sir Alex Ferguson promoted him to the first team in February 2011. Pogba became a permanent member of the first team in the 2011-12 season amid fears another club could snatch him away, which they did. Pogba ran down his Manchester United contract and left for Juventus in 2012, much to the anger of Sir Alex Ferguson, who felt that Pogba and his agent Mino Raiola intentionally ran down his United contract and had signed for Juventus long before the season ended. "I don't think he showed us any respect at all, to be honest," Sir Alex said. Wonder Kid. At 19, Pogba entered Juventus' squad under Conte, and in his first season, the veterans around him knew his quality. Andrea Pirlo said, "I will always remember the first day he trained at Juventus. He was only young, but we could see he was special." Pogba grew to become a key figure at Juventus. He even won the Golden Boy for the best young player in Europe in December 2013 after scoring that goal against Udinese, which is where he stamped his mark on European football. In the space of a year and a half, Pogba has developed in an exceptional way, said Conte. He's got all the potential to reach the very top. Pogba's brilliance for Juventus continued after they parted ways with Conte and appointed Massimiliano Allegri as the new manager. His performances helped him be part of the 23 shortlisted candidates for the 2014 Ballon d'Or and the youngest at 21 years of age. Pogba's performances continued to improve. He helped Juve get to the 2015 Champions League final by assisting Alvaro Morata's equaliser against Real Madrid in the second leg of the Champions League semi-final, which allowed Juve to clinch the win. That 2015 final would be Juventus' first in 12 years. Owing to his performance, Pogba made it into the 2015 UEFA Team of the Year and the 2015 FIFA Pro World 11. With his excellent performances and star quality, Manchester United decided to re-sign Pogba for £89.3 million and made him the most expensive player in the world at the time. The return was supposed to be the beginning of great things, and it was at first when Manchester United won the Europa League and Carling Cup in Pogba's first season back with them. And then everything went wrong. Pogback. When United signed Pogba, Mourinho shared that he believed Pogba would be the heart of Manchester United. Well, it's safe to say United had a heart attack, as the man that should have been their core man became the virus. You don't play, you don't respect players and supporters, and you kill the mentality of the good, honest people around you, Mourinho complained in December 2018, saying that their conflict had been brewing long before that explosion. Undoubtedly, Pogba had talent. However, it's football. Talent's only half of what a player needs. A player also needs to have the right attitude. And for Pogba, that attitude wasn't there. He and Mourinho clashed because of his attitude. After recovering from a hamstring injury in September 2017, he and Jose Mourinho had become night and day. Mourinho grew tired of Pogba's negligent positioning and defensive failures. However, this ill discipline had always been there. The Frenchman had shown signs of it during his first few appearances for United, but got away with it due to a few goals and impressive skills. But it got progressively worse. Mourinho began to lose faith in Pogba and benched him to provoke a change. But that change wouldn't come, and the player lost his position as the club's vice-captain. To Mourinho, Pogba had become unreliable. Injuries and indiscipline had made Mourinho give up on Pogba. Pogba himself had given up long before things worsened between him and Mourinho later in 2018. It turned out that in the 2018 winter transfer window, Pogba's agent Mino Raiola had offered him to their rivals, Manchester City. Pep Guardiola revealed this before they faced United in the Manchester derby. Raiola admitted he did offer his client to City. That didn't do Pogba any favours, but fans temporarily forgot that given the way Pogba dominated against City that day. Now later on, Mourinho was sacked. Pogba loved it, celebrated it, and was punished for it. Pogba posted on Instagram showing himself smirking when the news dropped, which everyone thought was classless, and reports claim United didn't like what Pogba wrote and decided to fine him. After Mourinho left, Pogba had a resurgence under new coach Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but that purple patch wore off in February and he returned to his ill-disciplined self. He obviously had what it took, but his mentality was poor. With fans frustrated, Pogba was determined to leave United in the summer of 2019. Unfortunately for him, however, there were no takers. No one wanted a liability, and as successful as Pogba had been even after winning the World Cup in 2018, his attitude and reluctancy to track back made him a repelling investment. Pogba's performances worsened, and with his injuries he featured less and less for United. The worst part? He refused to sign a new contract and again eventually ran it down. The second time he would do that for United. Pogba returned to Juventus for a resurgence. An ultimately horrific piece of business from United. Pogba. After his return to Juve in 2022, Pogba was hoping for a resurgence after an inconsistent spell in Manchester. Unfortunately for Pogba, his return to Juventus didn't go as planned. His first season with them was an incomparable disaster, with the French footballer getting injured several times. He only managed 10 matches in his first season with them and started only once across all competitions. Pogba must have believed things would turn around for the better the following season, but it didn't. On August the 20th, anti-doping authorities in Italy tested Pogba, who was an unused substitute in Juventus' game at Udinese, for testosterone metabolites. Pogba went on to play against Bologna on August 27th and Empoli on September 3rd, 2023, before his test results came in. Pogba tested positive for having high levels of testosterone caused by DHEA, a compound that promotes the production of testosterone and other hormones in the body. He was suspended from playing. Now, Pogba rejected the results and asked for a counter-analysis, but the result came back the same. Pogba was in trouble. Italy's anti-doping agency took the case before Italy's National Anti-Doping Tribunal. The agency's anti-doping prosecutors asked that the tribunal slam the maximum 4-year ban on Pogba. Manchester United's goalkeeper Andre Onana, when he tested positive for the banned substance furosemide at Ajax, claimed that he took his wife's painkiller to help him with discomfort. Now, while UEFA accepted Onana's claim, he was still banned for 12 months. He appealed and the ban was later reduced to 9 on appeal. For Pogba, the situation is still up in the air. On the 29th of February 2024, he received a 4-year ban for doping from the Italian Anti-Doping National Tribunal, but he still has the option to appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Now, Pogba has appealed his decision, with his agent Raffaele Pimenta claiming his client never wanted to break the laws. Pogba himself has revealed that the ban was hard on him. "I am sad, shocked and heartbroken that everything I have built in my professional playing career has been taken away from me," the French footballer said. He has promised to talk when he is free of legal restrictions, and before then he said he would fight the decision of the tribunal before the Court of Arbitration for Sport. To be successful in his appeal, Pogba has to show how the supplements got into his body. But will Pogba receive a reduced sentence, get let off entirely, or will his bid fail? Let us know what you think. As things stand, Pogba's career at the top is done, and somehow it kinda looks like he did this to himself. The midfielder is currently 30 years old, and by the time he finishes serving his ban, he'll be 34. The process of reconditioning himself to get ready for professional football will also take some time. It would be difficult for Pogba to compete at the very highest levels, but do you think he could do it? If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel.